Let me though turn to what is my other focus today, and it's a worrying focus around COVID. A new COVID phenomenon has been witnessed in Gujarat. 2 people died after being cured of COVID within hours of being discharged from hospital. The 2 deaths have become a cause of concern because they could reveal a new dimension that even after you are proven COVID negative, you may still have health concerns. Take a look at this report from Gopi Manyar.
Over 2,300 deaths and counting. While the high fatality rate in Gujarat is worrying indeed, 2 recent deaths are mystifying and sparked new fears. In Surat, a 70-year-old woman who had recovered from COVID-19 died on her way home after being discharged from the municipal hospital. The victim's family has accused the hospital of laxity.
નાના માણસોને હોસ્પિટલમાં સરકારી હોસ્પિટલમાં લઈ આવીએ અને જો આ રીતે કરે બીમાર હોય ને પરબારા એમને આપણે બીમાર હતા એટલે તો અહીંયા લઈ આવ્યા હતા અને બીમાર હોય અને એ તોય આપણને ઘરે મૂકી જાય તો હું કામનું એમ કહું હોસ્પિટલ કામની હું.
In Ahmedabad, a man died at a bus stop just minutes after being discharged. The deaths have sparked a big debate within the medical fraternity.
In this situation, there is a the tendency for clot formation in the vasculature. Or that clot formation can happen inside the brain, it can happen inside the coronary artery, it can also afflict the lower limb arteries or upper limb arteries anywhere.
Doctors believe the deaths may have been caused by blood clots. They say blood thinners might deter such attacks.
Patients are being discharged with clear-cut instruction that they are supposed to follow all this, the particular prescription, blood thinner medicine, and injections of low molecular heparin are being given for few days to a week, just to make sure that this clot formation does not happen.
While it's too early to say what is causing these deaths, it is becoming clear the effects of coronavirus could last much, much longer than expected. With Gopi Manyar in Ahmedabad, Bureau Report, India Today.
So is this a real threat that exists, that even after you recover from COVID, you could face medical complications, long-term effects, that it could include an element of clotting and hyperclotting? Dr. Tejas Patel is member of Gujarat's COVID task force. Dr. Hemant Thakkar is one of Mumbai's leading consultant physicians. I want to come to you, Dr. Thakkar, first. Explain this to our viewers. Is this a concern that patients who recover from COVID may well face certain long-term effects which may be caused due to comorbidity or blood clotting, as in these cases? Is this hyperclotting or blood clotting a real concern?
So there's no doubt about it that the COVID virus stimulates a sort of hypercoagulability where patients tend to have easy clotting. Now, when they say they recover from COVID, it is meant by ICMR guidelines where they become afebrile for more than 3 days, where they don't need oxygen for more than 3 days. So that is the recovery of the COVID pneumonia, which is the predominant feature of COVID. But doctors all over the world, and Italy was the first to point out in the postmortems that clotting leading to tiny clots being jettisoned into the circulation could clog the heart arteries, the brain arteries, etc. So doctors all over the world, and we especially here, are having and writing out a protocol where patients who were given heparin injections inside the hospital 2 days before discharge are overlapped and put either on oral anticoagulants, or if they are agreeable to continue.
Sir, can you explain that? Can you explain that in simple terms for our viewers? When you say coagulants, I want to understand, is this a threat with those who already have existing problems, including high blood pressure, who may be more susceptible to this? And what are these coagulants?
So, people with high blood pressure, diabetes, heart conditions, anyway have a greater chance of heart attack and stroke. Which is why when they come in, they are already on blood thinners like aspirin or clopidogrel or drugs like that. When you get the COVID infection, your chances of clotting occur because of hyperclotting effect which is being stimulated by the coronavirus. So in addition to the aspirin and other routine blood thinners, which a lot of people are taking, we give them injectable anti-clotting drugs like heparin.
Okay.
They stay in hospital for 7 to 8 days. And before they go home, we try to convert them, we do convert them from the injectable heparin to the oral anticoagulant. And as a rule, I give my patients oral anticoagulants for at least 3 weeks to a month after discharge. The logic being that the virus and its bad effects simmers out and dissipates after 3 to 4 weeks. So such unhappy incidences of people dying at the bus stop or people dying at home, I'm quite sure my Gujarat doctors must have done the same thing. But the metabolism sometimes where the patient may have missed the dose or the patient may not have overlapped the oral and intravenous, who knows?
Can I ask, let me ask that to Dr. Patel. Dr. Patel, are you using these blood thinners? Are you advising your patient that even after you recover from COVID, you need to continue with the treatment of blood thinners for 3 to 4 weeks?
Rajdeep, actually I am a cardiologist by profession. However, there are 15 to 20% of the patients of COVID who have cardiac affliction. But I know of this subject and
you're a member of the COVID task force. That's why we had you. But go ahead, doctor.
I know this properly and we treat and we advise also that at least for 4 to 6 weeks, oral anticoagulation. There are new oral anticoagulants like Apixaban, Rivaroxaban or Dabigatran. Or even for few patients who cannot afford them, even simple warfarin or acetron. And as Dr. Thakkar told, it should be overlapped with the blood by the blood thinners, the subcutaneous or intravenous blood thinners, even after discharge for few days. And sometimes, despite doing all this, the bad effect, the coagulant effect of this cytokine storm, it prevails upon the efficacy of anticoagulation of these drugs. And in that case, this sudden catastrophe can happen and sudden death after discharge, after a few days or immediately or whatever, can be because of two things. Either a big clot getting dislodged and getting clogged inside the artery supplying the lung, that is pulmonary embolism, or there can be a clot inside the coronary and acute myocardial infarction.
Let me therefore ask you, Dr. Thakkar, in conclusion, what would you advise? Is this advice largely for patients who are in a serious condition and are on a ventilator that they should continue with the blood thinners for 4 weeks? What happens to those who have relatively mild symptoms? Presumably they don't have to worry about this. Am I correct?
Oh, even patients with mild symptoms, if they have comorbidities, it is better to take it for 4 weeks rather than gamble that they will need nothing. In fact, sometimes for 40-year-old young patients, we put them on aspirin and light drugs so that we guard against their future also. 4 weeks of extra drugging will save a lifetime of problems. So there will be no long-term problems. It's only the immediate short-term where COVID causes the issue. The recovery from COVID is the pulmonary recovery which people are talking about. And in certain places, people insist on another throat swab, which we don't insist anymore on. No fever, no oxygen requirement, 3 days, we send the patient home, but we don't throw him out. We pack him for 8 days at home and we give him a full coverage with drugs for the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay. Dr. Thakkar, Dr. Patel, always good to talk to doctors and get a sense of what you need to do to look at the potential after effects of even after recovering from COVID. Thanks very much for joining me once again on the news today.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.